On this video, I'm going to be doing the Weeks burger, but you may know it as a Slugburger. Let's get going. So the Slugburger is very historic, very iconic, and I have received a lot of requests to do this video. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of put it on the back burner simply because a lot of fellow YouTubers beat me to the punch. But I'm actually glad I waited, because you're going to see that my video, my burger, is very different from the other Slugburger videos you see out there. And I want to give you a little background before I start cooking. When I get a request like this, the first thing I go to, especially when this burger came out in 1917, so we're trying to recreate the original. The first thing I do is go to videos, go to YouTube, and I want to see what other people are doing. And you know, if it's a restaurant that's still around, see how the actual restaurant is cooking this burger. And I found an awesome article, and it actually has interviews from 1975 from some of the surviving family members that are still, you know, operating a diner. I feel very confident in saying this is going to be historically accurate. So I'll let you guys be the jury. I'll put a link to the article that I gleaned this information from down below. So I have here 1 pound of 80/20 ground chuck. John Weeks created this burger in 1917, and he sourced his meat from a local butcher shop called the McEwen Brothers, and he specified a blend of beef and potato flakes and potato flour. Wasn't breadcrumbs. So I have here, this is flaked dehydrated potato. I'm going to add this in here, and I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing it. Once I get the blend that I think it looked like, I'll stop adding. So you figure this burger came out in 1917, World War I was raging. So during war times, you know, you ration things. So John was, you know, using this potato flakes as a filler. And it continued on, I mean, into the Great Depression, they were still making these burgers. So again, it's a way of expanding your resources, just like the onion burger in Oklahoma. So I ended up adding 1 whole cup of those potato flakes to 1 pound of ground beef. And again, this is just me guesstimating, going off what it looks like. Okay, now we're going to form the patty, and that's another difference. This was not a smash burger. So this is probably, I didn't weigh it, but I'm guessing around 3 ounces of beef, of patty here. And I'm gonna make it pretty darn thin. Now they're still making these burgers. In fact, they have an annual festival in Corinth, Mississippi. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this. This was born in Corinth, Mississippi, which is in northern Mississippi. But it has evolved a lot, it's changed. They're either making it with a blend of pork and beef with breadcrumbs, or just pork. So I don't know how that happened, but it's interesting, like, you know, culinary evolution. And there we are. Definitely not the most beautiful patty that I've ever formed, but we're trying to keep it legit here, and we're gonna continue with the theme of being legit with the cook. Let's get going with that. So this burger was actually deep fried. It was not smashed, cooked on a flat top, it was deep fried. And based on what I read, it was deep fried in lard. I'm assuming it was beef lard because of how he was sourcing the beef. So what I'm using in it, I did not have enough beef lard to do this whole cook. It's about a 50-50 blend of beef tallow and canola oil. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little salt on top, and I don't know if this is gonna hold or not. I'm gonna pat it down, and then get it into the oil here. This oil's running about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a thin burger. I'm going off the color of the exterior. I want that nice kind of fried chicken golden brown look. All right, that's what we're looking for. It looks like a cutlet, like a fried pork cutlet. Go ahead and get that on the bun. Toppings were very basic on this burger, and this burger predated the cheeseburger, so there was no cheese. I'm going to add some mustard to the top bun here. Lay down some dill pickles. Some thin slices of onion. And voila. All right, with great pleasure, let's try this out. First of all, on close inspection, it looks like no other hamburger I've ever tried, ever cooked. It looks like, again, it looks like a pork cutlet sandwich. Oh, by the way, they steamed their buns. They didn't toast their buns. They steamed the bun. I'm excited. Now, one of the things that the write-up mentioned is because they used to be cooked in lard like this, they were served hot and eaten immediately because, you know, if the lard starts to kind of solidify, it changes the look. Cheers. Mm. Unlike any burger I've ever had. This is cool. Unlike any burger I've ever eaten. The textures were unlike any burger I've ever eaten. I dig on how, although the potato was blended in with the meat, it still ended up with a kind of a crust like fried chicken. The crust kind of tasted more like cornmeal, even though it was potato, which is pretty weird. But this was really good, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that I stumbled upon this article because I feel this is the original Slugburger. By the way, for those of you who don't know, back in the old-timey days, 5 cents, a nickel, slang term for a nickel was a slug, so these were 5 cents. Anyway, keep those suggestions coming in. If you're not subscribed, please do. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and I hope you thumb this video up. See you on the next video. Cheers.